You ever chase something so far it takes you across the world? Yo, what's good, chat? I'm not gonna lie, man. It's crazy to even say this, but my first season overseas is officially over. So, I'm back home now, taking time to breathe, reflect, and think about everything that's happened this past year. This is my first time living and playing professional football in Europe, and it was one of the most eye-opening experiences of my life. So, I just wanted to stay here and talk with y'all. Not in a hype way, just a real conversational way. I want to talk about how I got here, what life was like living in Berlin, what I learned, what my expenses look like, and how you could put yourself in the position to do this too. It's because the journey has always been bigger in football. It's been about betting on yourself, maintaining or finding purpose in the process. So, let's rewind a bit. After my pro day and NFL draft came and went, I had that moment a lot of athletes have. All right, what now? I knew I wasn't done with football. I gathered all my film, made a highlight tape, and started reaching out to any and everyone. Now, my mom, big shout out to her, helped me print, address, and mail out letters to the respective NFL, CFL, and UFL coaches and GMs we could find addresses for. A total of 148 letters. I got a few responses from NFL teams, more encouraging than opportunity, but nothing concrete came from it. After that, I started researching other leagues. I knew there were teams overseas, but most of the sites were outdated or hard to navigate. Then one day, I was catching up with my boy Q, someone I've known for years, and he told me about this site called Euro Players. He said, bro, make a profile, upload your highlight tape, and just wait. So I did exactly that. Within 2 or 3 days, I got my first message. Then another, then a few more. I started hopping on Zoom and WhatsApp calls with different coaches. And eventually, I made my decision. I signed with the Berlin Rebels, and it honestly felt like being back in high school, getting recruited all over again. That same excitement, that same uncertainty, just a new chapter. Now, I've been to Europe plenty of times before. And my mom's actually from Manchester, England, so I've been to London countless times, as well as other European countries. But this time, it was different. I wasn't visiting. I was moving to a country I'd never been to, where I didn't speak the language, to start a new life and play football professionally. So my first few days, as y'all saw in the series, were about getting set up. I had to make my apartment feel like home. Went grocery shopping, bought a sofa bed, a microwave, air fryer, a freezer, just all the key essentials. My phone plan didn't work right away, and Wi-Fi was slow, but it got the job done. Grocery shopping though, that was my greatest early mission. Everything in the store was German, so I'd be standing there trying to figure out if I was holding milk or if I was holding yogurt. But once I got the basics down, things started to flow and it was a lot easier to shop. Berlin's such a unique city. It's got a mix of culture, creativity, and history that just hits different. I found my rhythm after a few weeks. Gym, practice, rest, explore, repeat. That became my cycle. It was definitely an adjustment, but once I got used to it, it felt good. Like I was building something new from scratch. I started realizing this was more than just football. It was a whole new version of my life. Now, I want to talk about something most people don't, and that's money. I'm not going to say what my contract was worth, but it wasn't groundbreaking money. Funnily enough, I kept about 90 to 95% of my grocery receipts this year, so I actually know pretty close to how much I was spending living out there. Between groceries, furnishing the apartment, and laundry, it added up to approximately 2,702 euros, which comes out around 2,918 USD total. So that's about 422 euros a month, or 456 USD over the span of 7 months I spent out there. But the team provides basic necessities, housing, flights, gym memberships, and transportation, and maybe a stipend, but most of the day-to-day expenses still come out of your own pocket. And that's something you need to understand. If you're looking to play overseas, you gotta budget, plan ahead, and just be smart with your money. It's not always glamorous, but it's real life. And for me, it was worth every cent because of what I gained from the experience. Football-wise, the GFL is a whole different rhythm than college ball. In college, everything's structured. 5 to 7 practices a week, lifts, meetings, school. Your life's basically scheduled for you. With the Rebels, we practice twice a week. No mandatory lifts, but I was given a gym card to train whenever I'd wanted. Similar to college, that meant I had to hold myself accountable. No one was checking in on me. It was all on me to stay consistent and locked in. That kind of freedom forces discipline. You either build good habits or the game humbles you really quick. So the structure was different, but the love for the game was the same. You had guys that were showing up after work, after working 8-hour shifts, still putting in effort and giving everything they had. So that passion right there is what reminded me why I started playing football in the first place. So, the moment y'all been waiting for. Stat-wise, here's how my first GFL season ended up. I ended the season with 196 rush attempts, 1,221 yards, with an average of 6.2 yards a carry, 8 touchdowns, 10 receptions for 141 yards, with 14 yards of reception and a receiving touchdown. And I'm proud of that. I'd achieved all the goals I had set for myself before the season, and every yard was earned. Some games, everything clicked, others were a grind, but that's football. This season really tested me, but it also helped me grow, not just as a player, but as a man. This year taught me patience, discipline, and perspective. Being overseas strips you away of all the comfort that you're used to. You have to rely on yourself. You're not just a player. You're your own trainer, chef, translator, and problem solver. You have to learn how to adapt fast because you don't really have a choice. I also learned that growth happens outside of comfort. It's easy to stay where things are familiar, but stepping out into something new, that's really where you find out who you are. It tested me in ways I couldn't have prepared for, but looking back now, I'm grateful for every challenge, every long day, and every moment that forced me to grow. If there was one thing that I learned this year, it's that growth never feels comfortable at first. I know a lot of players watch these videos trying to figure out how to play overseas, so here's what I'll say. Step 1, be prepared, have your highlight tape ready, and keep it short, clean, and updated. Step 2, make a Europlayer's profile. That's where I got my opportunity. Fill it out fully, upload your film, and stay active on it. Step 3, build a football resume. Include your position, stats, height, weight, film links, and all your contact info. Step 4, reach out. Email or physically mail teams directly. Use all your tools. You never know who's looking for a player like you. And last, stay professional and stay ready. The right opportunity might not come right away, but if you keep preparing when it does, you'll be ready for it. So, what's next? Right now I'm back home for the off season, taking time to rest, train, mail out film to coaches, and reset before figuring out what comes next. Whether that's back in Germany, somewhere new, or a different league altogether. Either way, this season was a blessing. It pushed me, humbled me, and helped me grow in ways I couldn't have imagined. To the Berlin Rebels organization, my teammates, coaches, and everyone who supported me out there, thank you for making this first season overseas unforgettable. To everyone who's been following the journey from college to now, thank you. This isn't the end. We're just getting started. This is just the end of season 1. In season 2, we'll see where life takes us next. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace and love. Hee.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful